Hi, I'm Kevin Snodgrass, head trainer for Vivo. Welcome to your daily stretch. We got a couple of good ones for you today. We're going to focus on two different versions, a seated version for level 1 and a standing version for level 2. We're going to start with a simple breathing exercise. And then we have two stretches designed to work the lateral side of your body, the lateral kinetic chain. All right, as we're going through this, if anything hurts, feels uncomfortable, or feels unsafe, please stop what you're doing. Let's begin with our breathing exercise. Now, this is going to be the same if you were seated or standing. So I'm just going to sit down and show you the level 1 version, but if you're standing, it is the same movement. We're going to bring our arms up by our ears. I've got my fingertips touching behind my head. This is the starting position. What we're going to do is take a deep breath in, pulling our elbows back and inflating our ribs. See if we can push the diaphragm down. So take a deep breath in, pull the elbows back, open up your ribs, and then as you exhale, pull everything in. Elbows come together, shoulders round forward, ribs collapse. Take a deep breath in. We're opening up the ribs, pulling the elbows back, dropping the diaphragm, inflating all of this. And as we exhale, elbows come together, ribs pull in, shoulders round forward. Take a deep breath. Opening up everything, stretching out your chest, opening up the ribs, and then exhale, pulling your elbows together, dropping your shoulders forward. Big breath in one more time, opening up the ribs, dropping the diaphragm, pulling the arms and shoulders back. And then exhale, bringing everything together. All right, we're going to move from here now to some stretches for the lateral kinetic chain. I'm going to start seated for level 1, and then I'll show you the levels 2 and 3 standing version. Here, I'm going to plant my left hip into the chair. I'm going to screw my left hip to the chair. I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to reach for the ground, and then I'm going to reach my left arm overhead with a big exhale. So my stretch now is from lats down into obliques, QL, and down into the hip. It's important that this left hip stays planted to the chair as I'm reaching my left arm overhead, because I'm trying to open up this tissue here. If I'm leaning my hip as well, I'm not getting any stretch. I'm not getting any elongation of the tissue on the side of my body where I want it. Okay, so again, left hip is planted, right arm reaches down, left arm goes overhead with an exhale. And then we'll switch and do the same thing on the other side. Right hip is planted, left arm reaches down, right arm goes overhead. Let's do that about 10 times. That'd be 5 on each side. Let me show you the standing version, which is our level 2, 3 version. Here, we're going to spread our feet a little bit wider than our shoulders. Hips stay forward. I'm going to take the left arm, I'm going to reach down the left side, and then with an exhale, I'm going to reach the right arm overhead. So I'm getting this stretch down through the lateral side of my body. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, right arm is down my right leg, left arm is overhead. Now, where your hips are positioned will affect the stretch. Hips forward and hips back are going to work different muscles. And so as I'm in this position, as I'm reaching down the left side, as I push my hips forward, I'm getting a little bit more out of the hip flexors. And as I lean my hips back, I'll get a little bit more out of the posterior side, my QL and then outer obliques. So take a deep breath, exhale, reaching your right arm down the right side, left arm overhead. And then see what happens if you push your hips forward and lean your hips back gently. See how that affects the stretch, okay? And let's do 5 of these on each side and try to play around with your hip position to find muscles or find spots that feel sticky or feel tight, and then hang out in those spots. So for me, hips back a little bit here, especially on the right side, feels great. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep my hips back, doing this on both sides. I'm going to do one more. Again, just because it feels good. Hips are back. Oh, reaching my right overhead. I love this one. Okay, then we'll switch and do the other side. All right, for our last of these sort of lateral kinetic chain stretches, I'm going to start with the level 2 and 3 version, and then I'll show you the level 1 version next. So here, we're going to do a step back lunge with an overhead reach. And I'm really trying to reach to the opposite side of my body as I'm performing this movement. So watch as I do this. I'm going to step back here with the left leg. For level 2, I'm not going to get very deep. For level 3, I'm going to drop a lot deeper. But as I do that, I'm going to take the same side arm and reach overhead. Left leg goes back. Left arm reaches overhead. So this is a really deep kinetic strength chain stretch for the quads, lateral hip flexors up into these medial upper hip flexors, obliques, even into like the stratus anterior by your ribs and into the lats. Let me show you from the front. So as I step back with the left leg and I exhale, I'm reaching my left arm. Look how far I'm trying to reach it over my right shoulder. Okay? And then we'll switch legs. I'm stepping back with the right leg. And here I'm reaching the right arm. Oh, it feels great. Right arm overhead. So do that about 5 times per leg. Level 1, if we are seated, we're going to stay on the same side for all. So here I'm going to turn to the right in my chair, and I'm dropping my left leg off the chair. Now I'm going to hold on to the chair with my right hand for balance. Left leg is back, and it is staying relaxed. What I'm doing is taking my left arm and reaching overhead. Now let me show you from the side. It'll be a little bit easier to see what I'm doing here. So I have turned sideways in my chair. I'm grabbing the back of the chair with my right arm. I'm taking my left leg and dropping it off to the side. Then I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to reach as far overhead as I can. So I'm getting down through the ribs, into this tissue here, down into the hips, and then into the upper leg. Okay, and we'll do 5 breaths here on the left side, and we'll turn and do the same thing on the right side. Again, we're doing 5 stretches on each side, which is synchronized with our breathing. So it should be about 5 breaths per side. Or if it feels good, do a couple more. All right, so we started today with our breathing technique, trying to get some movement from our ribs. Then we did our side bend for lateral spinal flexion, and then this deep sort of fascial tissue stretch where we're interconnecting different areas of the body with our step back lunge with an overhead reach. These are great full body mobility exercises that you can do every day. Think about your morning routine. First thing when you wake up, some breathing exercises just to stimulate some blood flow to your body and open up your ribs, open up your lungs, followed by 2 full body stretches. What a great way to start the morning. So flag this one and think about adding this to your morning routine. All right, check back in tomorrow for another daily stretch. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.